Well, welcome back to Simply Garden and Home. Guess what? It's time to harvest more potatoes. In fact, these have been waiting a couple of weeks for me, but hey, they're fine in the ground and they're okay, but we're gonna go ahead and start digging these things up and see what we get. So we'll be doing a little digging. But first I want to talk about what's going on in this garden bed here. We've got a lot of things coming on for the fall. You got some carrots. Yeah, the carrots look a little beat up from these. We get these little reddish colored beetles, but the carrots do fine without the greens. In fact, you got some new green coming up right down below here. These are going to be here for a little while, growing, maturing. Look down here, we got leeks, which are coming along very nicely. I just put some compost in between because leeks do like a little bit of nourishment to keep the nutrients going strong. So the leeks are a little behind. We had a little slow start with them back in April, May, but they're catching up, and by the time we come into October, they'll be in good, decent size. And then check this out. I got fall carrots coming right here, and this is neat. Look at this here. They germinate so fast this time. If you can keep your carrots moist, they'll germinate with this heat within probably 5 to 7 days. Key is keeping it moist. I've got right up here. Get over here. Beets coming along really nicely. Now these guys here, I did soak the seeds a day ahead of time, overnight. It makes a big difference, but you gotta keep it moist. The grass did help kind of keep the moisture in there, and it just gets quick this time of year. I just replanted some more carrots. Of course, I do interplant radishes a little bit, because radishes go first, and then the carrots come behind. And I just got done putting some remay on top where the spinach is gonna grow for the fall. That's the first spinach we're gonna do. We do have many more spinaches coming, but that just gets us a jump start for the fall. But I do want to talk about potatoes. Looking forward to see how many we got. Actually, the row that we just did all the fall stuff was red potatoes. So now we're gonna see what we got for, these are, I think they're kind of bunk. Unfortunately, I got a few spots where I've got some of this green here, but what do? You're gonna have, sometimes they're gonna pop the top. The whole potato is not waste. I think what we find, even like for mashed potatoes, just cut that part off and it should be okay. They say a lot of green potatoes can get you sick or something like that, I guess, but I never had a problem with it. I think it creates extra gas in your stomach maybe. But anyways, let's go ahead and dig and see how many pounds we got. And I'm hoping for probably maybe 40 pounds. What do you think? We'll see what comes up. It's always fun planting potatoes, growing potatoes. I mean, I've seen a lot of different people with their results. Some have done in their pots. I've seen a lot of them actually in pots, but I've never tried that. We've always have the room to put regular full rows in. But you know what? The season's going quickly, and it's been very, very hot in a lot of places in the country. We're praying for rain out here in the Northeast. So we'll see what we get this year as far as a nice fall, hopefully. There's a few more there. Ooh, looking good, look at that. So, kind of curious what you all like to do with potatoes, because I'll tell you what, it's probably one of my favorite foods. Not the best, I guess, is a little on the starch side, but you know what? You just have a couple of times a week. That's good. We do share quite a few with people too, because we can never eat all these. So people probably wonder, why do you go through all the work to grow some if you don't eat them all yourself? Well, there's a lot of joy in sharing with other people. It's just, I don't do it for myself. I really want to I enjoy helping other people out where we can. And that's what's kind of fun about the YouTube channel, is the fact that you get the chance to share ideas with people, learn from other people. But then it's like a bonus when I do have extra to give to other people, try it out. And boy, you know what? It's like giving you a gift of gold. So today I had a customer, and in my day job, and we were beekeepers. So we raised, we were starting to harvest honey, and I knew she liked my honey. Yeah, she's bought it from me before, and I had to pick up a check from her house and brought her a nice little half-pound size of honey. You thought I gave her gold. And it was like, she says, "Thank you so much. You know what this means to me." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I go, "You're welcome." She says, "Really, this meant a lot." So, sometimes, it's blessed is the giver. Sometimes it's better to give than receive. And it's funny, I remember my dad during working he was a contractor, he was a carpenter, and he had a bricklayer guy. And the bricklayer was a little bit of, what do you call the word, stingy? His descent, doesn't matter what descent he was, but anyway, he just was my dad was a German, he was a German, okay, so whatever. But the funny thing is, he had this strong accent. And my dad says, I forget the guy's name, he's a bricklayer. He says, don't be so tight, don't be so cheap. He goes, it's better to give than receive. Remember that. He goes, I'd rather be on the receiving end. There was a man who was probably miserable. I really think he was. My dad was always the kind of man who tried to share with other people, give a message of hope, spiritual hope, hope in God. That was the number one thing I appreciate with my dad. And he's been long gone for actually coming up this year, 10 years. But you know what? He always had the faith in God that, trust him no matter what happens, and be joyful and be willing to give to others. So there's a couple little tidbits for today while I dig you some potatoes. I mean to bore you, but just some things that come to mind, and it's kind of interesting how you pick up these things, especially with grandchildren. You start picking these little nuggets of I guess they're, called godly wisdom, but sometimes you're blessed with having parents who share these ideas with you. Another thing my dad would share with me was, I'd like to, stand around and talk. And he goes, Jim, learn to work and talk at the same time. So believe it or not, now when I see my customers for my day job, customers, I gotta keep going. I'm like, hey, no problem. My dad taught me a long time ago. He's long gone, but learn to work and talk at the same time. And they appreciate that, so we can get two things done. So here we go, I'm just rambling along while we do a little digging. Well, boy, this is looking good. We're, third of the way through? A third of the bucket. So let's continue on, and we'll be back in a little bit.
So I know you love potatoes.
Yes.
Our whole family knows that. Is that why you plant the leeks next to the potatoes?
Oh.
Is it a love affair?
Wait a second here. You know what? It is kind of funny. It works out nice because you do 6 foot wide beds. You get about 18 inches between the row of leeks, and potatoes need about 18 inches. So you got 6 feet. Works out perfect, no? But yeah, leek potato.
Leek potato
Leek
soup.
potato soup.
That's one of your
And then
favorites.
we got another recipe. We take the potatoes, scallop potatoes, and put the leeks with it. There's some special cheese. What kind of cheese is it? Do you know what the cheese is?
I think it's a blend, but I'll have to look it up.
It's just so good.
That's a fall, winter.
It didn't come out too good last time we did it, though. I don't know what happened, but we'll have to try again, But leek potato, if you guys got any recommendations for leek potato recipes, it's just a phenomenal combination. I mean, you can't go wrong. And even the carrots are part of the leek potato soup recipe, too.
Oh, that's right there, too.
There we go. I got the whole recipe right in front of me. Yeah, the potatoes are gone by the time we picked them. They're in storage. But that's impressive. Wow. I'm excited about that. I got it. My guess, it's got to be, definitely 50 pounds there. So looking forward to going up there, and we'll measure it up for you, give you a total weigh-in, okay? So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what we got. So how many pounds of potatoes do we have so far, guys? This is exciting. I love weighing this. Wait a second here.
That's not a potato.
It's a cabbage. Yeah, we're gonna go make some coleslaw a little bit here.
It's huge.
7 pounds, 10 ounce. That's pretty exciting, huh? Oh, I love coleslaw, especially your own fresh cabbage and carrots. So anyways, here we go. Let's start with the Kennebunks. And whoa, my goodness. And the magic number is, it's not 50. I was guessing 50, 32 pounds. So, hey, that's good. And the next one, these happen to be russets. I'm sorry, not russets. I guess still pick the russets. These happen to be Yukon Golds. They say Yukon Golds make great mashed potatoes. And that's 20 pounds. So we've got 30 pounds here. 20 so far puts us at 50. And we have another 25 we picked the other day. So 75, 78 pounds roughly. Not bad. We got more Idahos. We got Idaho's the next one to pick. So out of a 14-foot row, that's what we've gotten. Each one's around 13, 14 feet long. But hey, tell me what you like to do with your potatoes and what your favorite variety is. So please make a comment back about that. I know we'll be doing some recipes, I'm sure, coming up. I mentioned about the leek potato soup and leek potato scallop potatoes. We're going to have to show them how we make those.